Hello friends. Welcome to Anime Zone Sensei. In this video I will show you top 10 fantasy anime with overpowered main character from the start. So let's start the video. Number 10. Ningen Fushin, veteran adventurer Nick, mage Tiana, cleric Zem, and half-dragon Kurin each show up alone at a tavern, only to find themselves seated at the same table. As the night goes on, they take turns divulging their grievances and the hobbies they have taken up as a means of coping. While their stories are utterly different, there is one common thread: betrayal. Each of the four, having been bitterly betrayed by someone they treasured, has developed a deep-seated distrust of humanity. But in addition to their similar worldviews, the four have one more commonality: a critical lack of funds. Realizing that things cannot continue as they are, they decide to form a party, rank up, and make as much money as possible to spend on their respective hobbies. What these disillusioned adventurers do not know, however, is that they will one day save the world from unfathomable peril. Number 9. The Iceblade Sorcerer shall rule the world. As the first commoner to attend the prestigious Arnold Academy of Sorcery, Ray White is immediately met with contempt from some of the students hailing from nobility. Unbeknownst to them, Ray's real identity is that of the famous Iceblade Sorcerer, a hero who led the country to victory in a past war and is one of the 7 strongest sorcerers alive. Despite his legendary status, Ray wants nothing more than to live out the ordinary school life he never had. Ray quickly makes friends with some of the most influential students thanks to his kind and amiable nature. Unfortunately, as those with nefarious motives begin to make their move, Ray may soon have no choice but to use his true power to preserve the bonds that make his new life worthwhile. Number 8. Beast Tamer. Among all the beasts that roam the world, there are unique types of ultimate species that harbor immense strength and magical prowess, considered to be at the top of the power scale. As such, many humans covet their abilities, leading some of these species to the brink of extinction. As a beast tamer, Rain Shroud can employ the assistance of various animals for many tasks, such as reconnaissance and logistics. By virtue of his ability, he joins a party led by the vile and manipulative hero Arios Orlando, only to be banished after 6 months due to his uselessness as a non-combative class. Number 7. I'm quitting heroing. When Demon Queen Echidna begins her invasion of the human realm, the people turn to the hero Leo Demonheart to protect them. Blessed with insurmountable power, Leo easily repels Echidna's army, thereby saving the world. But instead of gratitude or admiration, Leo is met with disdain and scorn from his fellow humans, who fear his overwhelming strength and believe that it may eventually cause humanity's demise. Banished from the kingdom he once called home, Leo wanders aimlessly throughout the land until, one day, he hears rumors of Echidna's efforts to rebuild her army. Hoping that demonkind might accept him as an ally, he returns to the Demon Queen's castle and offers Echidna his help. Number 6. Kuma 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 Bear. After fanatically playing the VR MMO World Fantasy Online for almost a year, the shut-in yet relatively affluent 15-year-old Yuna receives a bear costume from the game's administrators. The outfit, while somewhat embarrassing to wear, turns out to have overpowered stats and effects that make her character significantly more powerful. After accepting the bear equipment, she finds herself transported to another in-game world that prevents her from returning to reality. Confused and unable to log out, Yuna sets out to explore this new environment. She rescues a girl named Fina from wild wolves, who then guides her to the city of Crimonia. With her eccentric bear attire, however, Yuna stands out wherever she goes, and alongside her boosted fighting prowess, her reputation quickly rises, to the point that people give her the nickname Bloody Bear. Number 5. Dragon Quest. A long time ago, there was a valiant swordsman who came to be known simply as the hero. There was a demon who has caused people suffering. The hero and his companions arrived to challenge the demon to a battle, and by combining their powers, the battle was brought swift conclusion. With no one around to cause trouble, the island became a quiet place where everyone could live together in peace. Several years later, the demon is revived. Our present-day protagonist, Dai, lives on a remote island in the southern seas and dreams of becoming a great hero. When he hears about the demon's revival, Dai and his friends take it upon themselves to stop him and the evil force that revived him. Along the way, Dai discovers the identity of the hero, the truth behind the evil force who revived the demon, and Dai's own hidden powers that surface in times of peril. Number 4. A certain scientific accelerator, Academy City stands at the forefront of scientific and technological progress, best known for their development of espers, those capable of wielding superhuman abilities that alter the rules of reality. The most powerful among them are the level 5s, and the one known as Accelerator reigns supreme, even after being weakened by a severe brain injury. By his side is the young girl known as Last Order, whom despite his cold demeanor, he holds closely and vows to protect at all costs. Number 3. High Card. After discovering that his orphanage was on the brink of closing due to financial stress, Finn, who was living freely on the streets, set out for a casino with the aim of making a fortune. However, nothing could have prepared Finn for the nightmare that was awaiting him. Once there, Finn encountered a car chase and bloody shootout caused by a man's lucky card. Finn will eventually learn what the shootout was about. The world order can be controlled by a set of 52x playing cards with the power to bestow different superhuman powers and abilities to the ones that possess them. With these cards, people can access the hidden power of the buddy that can be found within themselves. Number 2. Hozuki's cool-headedness. Hell is a bureaucracy, and business is running smoother than ever thanks to the demonic efficiency of Hozuki, chief deputy to Lord Enma, the king of hell. Whether offering counsel to the Momotaru of Japanese folklore or receiving diplomatic missions from the Judeo-Christian hell, the demon who runs the show from behind the king's imposing shadow is ready to beat down any challenges coming his way into a bloody pulp. Metaphorically, of course, the poster boy for micromanagement and armed with negotiation skills worthy of Wall Street. Hozuki no Ryotetsu follows the sadistic and level-headed Hozuki as he spends his days troubleshooting hell. With an abundance of familiar faces from popular Japanese legends and East Asian mythology working middle management positions, this referential and anachronistic dark comedy brings new meaning to the phrase, employer liability. Just how hard could it be to manage employees from hell, anyway? Number 1. Reborn to master the blade, the hero King Inglis, who dedicated his entire life to building his country, is now approaching death. To award him for his honorable achievements, the goddess Alistia appears and grants him one wish. Having never been able to master the blade, Inglis asks to be reincarnated in order to do so. In a blink of an eye, Inglis finds himself born in the far future as a daughter of the Yukis noble family. 6 years later, Inglis is discovered to be runeless, incapable of utilizing the runes that enable the use of magic in this era. She is therefore ineligible to become a knight. However, this fits in well with Inglis' plan. She instead decides to become the squire for her cousin, Rafinha Bilford, allowing Inglis to focus on pushing her limits.